What's up? It's Matt. I'm back with another video today. Today's topic is going to be 3 things that I wish I was told about weight loss sooner. But before I begin, I just want to thank all the subscribers and recent support I've been getting on my account. I know it's not much, but everything helps and I cherish all of it. Thank you guys. Just a quick disclaimer. I am not a registered nutritionist. I don't have any certificates in health. I'm simply just a guy who went from 300 pounds to about 170 in a matter of 2 years. And I want to share all the knowledge that I found over the span of 4 or 5 years that I've been researching, how to get healthy and lose weight. But with that being said, let's jump into the video. First thing that I want to get out the way that I've thought it through, just hours of thinking it through, is if you don't accept where your body's at now, you're never going to accept it when you're healthy or when you're happy, because you have to be happy with what you're working with, because that's who you are right now. You want to become someone else? Yeah, you can hate your body. You can hate it physically, but you should love yourself. Love yourself all around. Because if you don't, then you're not going to make any progress because you don't love where you're at. You got to work with what you got right now and promote the idea of the future that's to come. But if you don't accept that I've got work to do, I've got to put in the work, there's going to be hours of work ahead of me, and that this is what I'm with right now, then you're not going to love the finished product because you never loved who you are anyways. But I'm really excited about this video and another video that's coming up. Over the past 3 or 4 months, I've put on about 20 to 30 pounds, mostly because I'm trying to get up there to show that it is possible if you follow the things that I have written out and the videos that I'm putting out for you guys to really, take in and understand that we're all on the same level. We're all the same people. Same mind, same everything. We eat the same food, we drink the same drinks, but if we just take the time and put 6 months, 3 months, whatever it just depends on how much you want to lose. If you put yourself to it and take the time for it, you will lose the weight. And that's one of the next videos that I'm coming out with. Is I've already done it before, but I didn't record it. So now I'm gonna do it again, and I'm going to record week by week. All the progress, what I'm eating, what I'm doing, what I'm working out, what I'm drinking. It's going to be put into that video to show that it is possible. You can lose weight. I'm an average Joe. We're all average people in this world with big goals and big mindsets, but we have to start small. And that's where my channel is right now. It's for people who are starting small. I think right now I'm about 190, 195. Haven't been doing much other than just maybe instead of prepping my salad, I'll just go and get a burger from Sonic or go get something from, just some store bought instead of prepping it. And I could see a difference in my body, not too much because I work out regularly, but like I said, I'm trying to put on the weight to show that I can lose it and you can lose it as well if you just follow the things that I'm giving you. That video will be out in about a month or 2, but I'll be giving updates on the channel and more videos throughout that time period. But let's get into today's topic. I'm really excited about it because I've been thinking it through a lot. So let's start off with number 1. Number 1 is health is a multitude of factors all put into one being, and that being yourself. So what I mean by that is when you're working on losing weight, you're not just losing weight. You're working on your spirit, which is your willpower and how much you believe in yourself. Your mind, controlling your self-control, what you eat, when you eat, how you eat. When you work out, what are you going to do when you work out? And then your body, obviously that's the actual work, the output, doing the work. So during this time period of losing weight, you're going to be noticing that you're going to be fixing your routines a lot more because you're tired of turning to the same things over and over again. You're going to start planning things out. You're going to create routines. You're going to create workout habits, eating routines. You're going to start noticing, hey, I got to get rid of the old me to become the new me. And while you're exploring yourself, you're going to notice that fixing one aspect just isn't going to be enough for you, because weight loss is a much bigger game than just losing weight. You're going to start noticing you're a different person, entirely different person, because you're going to start changing your habits. Your habits are what make you. So if you're an overweight to obese person, you're going to notice that the habits that you have right now are going to either diminish or completely just go away, because that's what's making you obese and overweight. Your habits are what make you in life. So if you have unhealthy habits, you're an unhealthy person, you don't eat right, you don't work out right, you don't properly take care of yourself in the morning, those habits are going to go, and you're going to point them out. You're going to write them out and say, okay, this has got to go. This has got to go. I drink too much caffeine. I spend too much time on my phone. I don't have a good morning routine. I wake up and pop a can of soda in my mouth because I don't like water. Well, you're going to notice that those things are completely gone out of your life when you start taking control. And it feels great. I'm telling you, when you understand that weight loss is just all those things put into one person, it becomes so much easier. It just becomes way easier to do. So now on to the second idea that I want to share with you. And that is, it's going to take you time to get out of this mess because it took you time to get into this mess. Weight loss is not a fast idea. You should be, it's not about, it's like dope money. It comes as fast as it goes, right? So same thing with weight loss is if you're going to lose it fast, it's going to come right back. You have to learn how to properly lose it, and it will stay off forever. Now, when you're going to do this, it's going to be a change. And what happens with humans is when we change, it's obviously going to be scary because it's new to us, and new things are challenging. So they're going to bring anxiety, a little fear, and it's going to be a little scary, but you're going to get through it. So naturally, it's going to be scary when you first start out because you're going to be unaware of what to do. But if you properly take the time to research, go to Google, YouTube, Reddit, whatever you want to use, Yahoo, go on those apps, those search engines, and use your resources wisely. Look up the best ways for your body, your schedule, and your routine, those best ways that will fit into your routines to help you lose weight. And don't be, brought down when you look up one method and it doesn't relatively help you, and it helps another person, but that's good because everybody's lives are different. Everybody's bodies are different. Everybody has a different life. What works for one won't work for another. And what works for another won't work for one person, It just depends on who you are, what you do, what free time you have, when you have your free time, and what you fill your free time with. Most people don't have any hobbies, which will lead to them eating and, feeling sad with themselves. And what do you do when you're sad? You'll eat to make yourself feel better. It's natural human, it's natural human emotion. So when you finally understand lesson number 2 is it's going to take you time to get out of this mess. Set yourself up with a proper time frame. Go from 3 to 6 months to upwards of a year, especially if you're losing a mass amount of weight. Looking up the best method on YouTube, the easiest method on YouTube, weight loss is not easy. It's hard. It's difficult. You're going to have to find out how to do the work, how to properly, include it into your daily life, because we are all different. We all have a different life. What works for another won't work for yourself. You just have to take the time to really understand this. And once you really understand this, it's going to become much easier for yourself to lose weight, because now you say to yourself, it's not a race. I finally understand. I've accepted that it's going to be time for me to lose weight. It's going to take a little bit of time. Because if I want to do it right and I want to be healthy and happy with myself, I understand that it will take upwards of 6 months to a year to properly fix myself. And while you're doing this, you're going to see that all the old habits you have are going to diminish. Because what people don't understand is habits make or break a person. So if you have unhealthy habits, you're going to show it in your overall body and your physical form, because you're not a healthy person. But once you start realizing that your healthy habits, once you include them in your daily life, you're going to understand that you're a completely different person now. Whoever you were before is gone because those habits are gone, and they're not making you into an overweight, obese, mentally broken person anymore. So I'm going to quickly recap this lesson with 3 simple things to remember. Number 1, accept that this will take time to do. Give yourself a proper time frame of when you want to complete this mission of losing this X amount of weight. Give yourself whatever you are trying to lose, whether it be 50 to 100, calculate it correctly. Go with all the things in life that you have to do, incorporate them together and say, okay, well, I'm going to give myself a proper schedule, check up on my weight, and work it in within my schedule. Number 2 is write it out. Identify what you think are the negative habits that are constantly destroying you and are the ones that are making you overweight or obese. Once you realize those, you cross them out, put a different habit next to it that you might want to pick up, or a different hobby, because now you know what's going to fill that downtime, because we're all aware of when we do a certain thing throughout the day. Let's say you have an healthy habit of smoking. So when do you usually smoke? So now you're gonna write it out. You'll say, oh well, on my smoke break or my break at work, I turn it into a smoke break. So why don't you bring a book with you instead? So now you're actively trying to lose weight. Why don't you read a book on healthiest foods or healthy habits to pick up while you're at work? There are so many resources out there for people, but it's not a lack of resources that's the problem with people nowadays. It's the lack of resourcefulness. And once you understand that, you're going to say, oh wow, I'm just being lazy. I'm not taking proper control of the things that are around me, the tools I have access to. Number 3 is don't give up too quickly. When you're trying something new, understand it's going to take some time to adapt to it. So if you give yourself a new routine to follow and you mess up a little bit, don't just jump off it, keep going with it. But over time, if you start to notice it may not be the best for you, change it up a bit, write it out. That's an important thing in this, is write these things out. When you write something out, it gives your mind this feeling of, okay, I've got a plan. I'm actively working on something that I know I want to do. And when you check it off, it gives you kind of a boost in your mind saying, oh, I did that. Like, I can actually do these things. So let's keep on going. This is a really hard one for people because they don't really understand how critical it is when it comes to weight loss. And that is when you cheat, when you mess up on whatever you got, your workout routine, sleep routine, eating routine, do not starve yourself. So what I mean by that is, let's say you have a bad day, you don't feel like cooking when you get home, so you pop in a microwave meal. Now, boom, now you're 600 calories over your deficit. It's okay. But the problem is what most people do is they'll go the next day and they'll up their workouts twice as hard. Now they're drained of energy throughout the whole day. Now what they're doing is they're popping a coffee in their more coffee in their diet, which could lead to headaches and more stress, cortisol increased. And when you do that, you're screwing up all the effort and all the work that you put into up to that point. So when you mess up and you say, oh man, it's over now, it's not perfect, I haven't followed it to a T, it's going to be like that. You're going to mess up because we're all human. We're not perfect, okay? We're not perfect whatsoever. You're going to mess up. Embrace the mistakes because you learn from them. You say, okay, next time I won't do that. Next time, instead of having a microwave meal, I'll pre-prep a meal for myself. So if I get a little hungry, I'll have a healthier options, like a salad with some meat and some fruit or something on the side, instead of having that, disgusting grease-filled dollar microwave meal you bought from Dollar General or Family Dollar, whatever you go, Walmart, Target, whatever it is. And another big problem is when people skip a workout, they'll go the next day, they'll go, oh man, now I have to push twice as hard, or even up at 5 reps, or they'll go off of what they have. But when you mess up, just go back to your routines, go back to your basics, and don't stress out. Okay, realize it will be okay. I effed up, I messed up, had a bad day, but I'm still going with my routine. It's just going to be a little longer now. It's going to be a little harder this couple weeks because I overate, or I overdrank, or overslept, and I didn't want to actively participate in what I had set out for myself today. And that's okay. Give yourself some breaks. Understand you're human, man. We all are human. We want to have fun. We want to have comfort. But too much comfort and too much happiness can really deplete you, because it's just how it is as a human. If you have too much of anything, it's bad for you. But that's the importance of rule number 3. Don't starve yourself when you cheat. And when I say you cheat on anything, your sleep schedule, diet, your workout, do not change it up. Go back to the routine. Look at what you have written out and say, okay, it's okay. I messed up, but now I'm back. I'm back on track. Because 28 out of 30 days of the month, you might, or 30 days out of the month, you might win. You might win 25 out of 30, or you may not win any some months. You may win them all. It just depends, okay? You're not perfect. Nobody's perfect as a human. So don't stress out too much if you screw up. Don't cheat and don't switch up anything. Go back to your basics. So that's all I got for today, guys. If you're interested in that new video that I'm coming out with that I talked about in the beginning of the episode today, it will be out in about a month or 2. I'm going to do a lot of recording. It's going to be kind of weird, because I'm going to be giving you a lot of insight to my life, my routines, my diet, and I'm not really used to doing that with people. So over the past 3 months, I've just kind of gained 30 pounds, I think. I'm about 190. That's actually 20 pounds, but I'm going to try to get down to 170 by June. because I'm going on a trip, I'm going to see my friends, I'm going to go on a vacation. And I wanted to prove that it is possible if you followed what I was putting out on my channel and what I'm giving, this information I'm giving to you guys. It works. It does work because I've done it before. I did it in October. I actually had a video, but because of all my technical issues, I didn't post it. I have it all on my phone, but there's no point in doing it again because I've already done it again. I've already put on 25 pounds. I'm going to show you that it's possible to lose this amount of weight in this amount of time if you just stick to the plan I'm giving you. It's not a hard one to follow. It's a great one to follow. You just have to be disciplined. Find that discipline in yourself to not eat that junk food, to not eat that sugar-filled drink, to not eat anything that is bad for you for a certain amount of time, 3 months, 6 months, because you can do it. It's in your mind. You just have to find it in yourself. But other than that, guys, if you have any comments or anything left that you want me to answer or say, leave it down below. I love to respond to comments. I want this channel to grow larger. I want it to be a community of people that are actively trying to pursue a better version of themselves, because that's all this world is. We should be lifting each other up. We should not be tearing each other down in any ways, because we're all trying our best. We all are. And if you meet somebody that's going to tear you down, let them go. They're not worth it in your life. If you meet somebody who's an active liar and just wants to break you down and tell you you're not good enough and that you can't do something, you got to get rid of them, because that person is not truly your friend. They are not trying to help you in life and bring you up. This game is about bosses. We all want to be a boss, but it takes time to level up, man. It does. It takes trials, it takes errors, and you learn from those because we all make mistakes. Okay? But like I said before, that's all I got for today. I love you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. And thank you for liking. Any questions, anything else, leave it down below. And thank you guys. You have a good day.